Hello guys, and welcome back for a new year and the January JRPG news roundup. We start with the Falcom news as always. On the merch side, there have been reprints of the PS4 versions of Cold Steel 1 and Cold Steel 2 via Canadian retailer VGP. Now these versions are fairly expensive, they have been for a while due to the ever-increasing demand of the Trails series. The relentless and decisive editions of these games in particular have shot up in price in recent years as well, so any opportunity to pick one up if you missed out before is welcome to me. The rest of the merchandise news is related to Kai no Kiseki, so skip forward to here if you'd rather not see it. The soundtrack of the game has now been shared on streaming services, plus an art book is due to come out in Japan from March the 19th, 2025 at 3,300 yen, with this cover art from one of the Kai no Kiseki pre-order bonuses. Finally, two more figures are on the way, one based on Agnes, and the other is based on Altina from her appearance in Kai no Kiseki, so I believe that makes 4 figures for Altina alone since these started. I am not complaining though. On the developer side of things, a PlayStation exclusive demo is now available for Daybreak 2 in light of its nearing release on February the 14th. The free-to-play strategy RPG, Ecocalypse, is having a collaboration event with Trails to Asia, which evidently means that it's an excuse to bring Risha into a sci-fi setting for no other reason than to get more downloads. Further details were given on the event back in mid-January, along with artwork for the characters who will be in the collaboration. Clouded Leopard Entertainment have launched the PC version of Kai no Kiseki in Asia back on January the 23rd, and they have also confirmed that the Asian version of Sky the 1st will release simultaneously as part of the global launch for Asia. This was shared at the Taipei Game Show, where a 2-minute clip was shown detailing craft comparisons between the remake and original, and a side-by-side exploration snippet. On to the general JRPG news now, starting with merch, where there isn't much to talk about this month. Atlus have stated that the English version of the manga based on Metaphor ReFantasio launched this month for January the 21st. We knew the game was going to be getting this before it even launched. And then Square Enix have put up various Kingdom Hearts stationery items, including the diary used by Roxas for pre-order at 5,100 yen. They have also put up physical edition pre-orders for the Front Mission 2 remake for PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5 and Nintendo Switch. There is a standard edition and a collector's edition available for $130. To the developer side of things now, and we're going to be starting with Square. The company have put out a notification that they will take measures to protect employees and stakeholders from harassment. This came out officially from the company back in early January. No problem with this, there's no reason why employees should be harassed for just doing their job, though it'll be interesting to see how it's enforced. I imagine it's going to be mostly account bans and the like for offenders. Hironobu Sakaguchi has stated in a recent interview that he wants his next and final game to be a successor to Final Fantasy VI, and he is currently working on it with the same team that worked on Neo Dimension. He has noted this as part 2 of a farewell note, of which Fantasian was originally meant to be the only part. Producer of the Final Fantasy VII Remake, Yoshinori Kitase, has stated he would be open to more cinematic adaptations of Final Fantasy VII in the same vein as Advent Children, though this thought process also did get us masterpieces, and I put that in quotation marks, like The Spirits Within. Nothing is planned as of yet, this is just the wishes of the producer. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, of course, released this month on PC, and it has been Steam Deck verified with a Chocobo-themed Steam Deck to commemorate the occasion. It looks cool, but I can't help but feel it would get annoying after using for hours. Thankfully, the cover is removable for fire safety reasons. As for Part 3 of the Final Fantasy VII Remake, it is currently 9 months into development, with great news that it will not be a PlayStation exclusive like the other 2 parts. Square evidently feel that limiting the scope of the game to one platform at launch hurts its overall commercial returns, so the best way to alleviate that is to bring it to as many players as possible at launch. Bandai Namco have stated that characters like Luke, Velvet and Yuri are taking part in a collaboration with free-to-play game Last Claudia. And talking about Luke, the trademark was recently renewed for Tales of the Abyss on the 25th of January. Now this is a standard business practice to protect use of the IP by other companies, so the trademark alone isn't anything to be excited about. But we do need to consider the Tales of Remastered project, which is now going to be going on for 2 years. Because with that, there is a chance that Tales of the Abyss could get the remastered treatment like Grace's F recently did. In the same breath, Skies of Arcadia also had its trademark renewed by Sega this month. Once again, nothing to suggest it's getting any sort of re-release, but it could definitely use one. One thing that is getting a re-release from Skies of Arcadia though is the deluxe soundtrack, which is coming through Pinbox. It originally was produced by Wayuu Records, who do the vinyl sets. As for Phantasy Star 2, the MMO, which is still going fairly strong, has announced a collaboration event with the manga series Frieren. I'm sure anime fans at least know of Frieren after its inordinate success when the adaptation released. Over to level 5, and the much delayed Fantasy Life I, The Girl Who Steals Time, which is apparently due out this year, appears to now be coming to PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. It was originally just a Nintendo Switch exclusive. The release date is stated as April the 23rd. Compile Heart have also confirmed that their much reported new numbered entry in the Neptunia series will be announced this year. To Gust now, and the gacha entry Atelier Lesiana has announced that the global version will cease operations on March the 28th. Oh well. Gust also stated that a gameplay trailer of Atelier Yumiya would be shared on January the 22nd, and sure enough, that's exactly what we got. It was a 4-minute trailer detailing more information about the open world exploration, crafting mechanics, and the combat. It is one of my most anticipated games of 2025, this trailer changed nothing about that. Plus, there was a 15-minute live gameplay session shown via a livestream where it continued to impress. Monolith Soft also shared a new trailer for the upcoming release of Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition. This 3-minute trailer showed more information on combat, exploration, and indeed, the teased new content for this version. Marvelous Games have shared 20 minutes of gameplay for their upcoming release of Guardians of Ozma, and much like the other two just mentioned before, it did impress. There was information concerning the farming mechanics, the combat, and a big surprise, though very welcome. Sarkana from Sarkana of Rice and Ruin will be in this game as DLC. She not only will have her own rice field that she tends to, but she'll also be a character who can join you in your party. Of course, following the announcement of the spin-off title last year centered around Kogoroa, having more Sarkana in other games is only a plus. CyberConnect 2 put up a teaser site for Fuga Melodies of Steel 3, and you'll see more of this in the upcoming releases section, but it is a game we have known was in development for a while. Sense Games have stated that a demo for their action RPG AI Limit is now up, along with pre-orders for the game. The standard edition is priced at $35. And we end the developer news with Nintendo. Evidently, the biggest news this month is that the Switch 2 has been officially unveiled for a 2025 release. Now with that, a lot of people are wondering what the launch titles for the console will be. There's supposed obvious ones like a Mario Kart game, Metroid potentially, but let's not forget that Monolith Soft are also working on a new RPG which is not related to Xenoblade Chronicles X. This was back in August 2024. It'll be amazing if it's a launch title for the system, but I'll be surprised if that's the case. As for other potential launch titles, Astral Chain. Amazing game, story fell apart by the end, but it was Platinum Games at their best. Though the studio is nowhere near the juggernaut it once was. There was a time when Platinum Games were the king of action RPGs. Their stamp pretty much ensured quality, but times have changed. The reason we're mentioning this is because a rumour has surfaced concerning the development of an Astral Chain sequel that has been worked on since 2021, with the idea that it was planned for the launch of the Switch Successor. However, Platinum Games' logistical troubles have caused the project to stagnate following many high-profile project failures like Babylon's Fall, and Nintendo have apparently threatened to give the project to another studio if Platinum Games don't get it together. Some have even suggested that this has already happened. Platinum Games have lost many of their notable developers in recent years, like the iconic Hideki Kamiya, and Astral Chain director Takehisa Tora also recently confirmed that he had left too, so it remains to be seen what comes of this rumour. We end the January roundup with upcoming releases, starting with 2 visual novels. Virtual Girls at World's End is launching for Nintendo Switch and PC on June the 12th, and the romance visual novel Da Capo Retune, a remake of the 2002 original, is getting released, but with no platforms or dates shared. As for the upcoming RPGs, turn-based RPG Dragon Quest X Offline is releasing on January the 15th for Japan only for mobile. Turn-based RPGs Farland Saga 1 and 2 are coming in 2025 for Japan only for PS5 and Nintendo Switch. Turn-based RPG Aferia Restart has released this month in early access for mobile and PC. Turn-based RPG Leyline Chronicles released this month on January the 9th for PC. Board game RPG Dokapon Sword of Fury released this month, January the 21st for PC. Strategy RPG Mercenaries Lament Requiem of the Silver Wolf released this month, January the 23rd for PC. Turn-based RPG Kamibako Mythology of Cube released this month, January the 30th for PS4, PS5, Nintendo Switch and PC. Turn-based RPG Alterium Shift will have its Kickstarter launching on February the 4th for PC. Turn-based RPG Starlight Legacy will be releasing on February the 6th for PC. Spin-off RPG Neptunia Riders is releasing in 2025 for PC. It's already released on console, PS4, PS5 and Nintendo Switch for January this year. SRPG Kriegsfront Tactics has been announced with no release date for PS5, Xbox Series and Nintendo Switch. Adventure game Opus Prison Peak is releasing in 2025 for PC. Turn-based RPG Fuga Melodies of Steel 3 is releasing on May the 29th for all modern platforms. A physical box set seems to be in multi-language and is available to pre-order off PlayAsia. Turn-based RPG Clair Obscur Expedition 33 is releasing on April the 24th for PS5, Xbox Series and PC. Action RPG Rune Factory Guardians of Azuma is releasing on May the 30th for Nintendo Switch and PC. And finally, turn-based RPG Lunar Remastered Collection is releasing on April the 18th for PS4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch and PC. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, please like and subscribe for more JRPG content and consider joining my Patreon if you're interested. Peace!